Hey, I figured I'd do this live. I'm actually just leaving from seeing my dad, and I don't know, it just was put on my heart to do this one. Hey, Dwayne. Hey, Corey. Um, of course, the name of it is. Um, I should have started by saying, "Don't let anybody tell you you're not good enough." You know, I sit back and I reflect on a lot of things. I look at different situations. I look at different relationships. And, sometimes when relationships fail, we wonder if it's something that we did that may have caused the failure of the relationship, um, or whatever may have happened. And I haven't done it. I was hesitant about doing this live because I have a cough that I'm trying to shake, and I've been trying to shake it for the last couple of weeks. Hey, Cornelia. Hi, Jay. Hey, Olivia. But I've been trying to shake it for the last couple of weeks, and I haven't been doing many lives. But I don't know, it was put on my heart to do this one because I think sometimes when relationships fail, we always look at ourselves and wonder what it was that we did to cause the relationship to fail. And I want everybody to know it's not necessarily anything you've really done. You have to look deeper within yourself, and you'll have the answer. Sometimes we could do everything right and it still fail because sometimes you may not be that person for that person. And it's one of those things that we have to sit back and take a look at ourselves. I was just talking to somebody, and I put a little post up there. That perfect person is not out there. It's going to be something wrong. You may get 80% of what you're looking for in that person, and that's good if you're willing to work for it, work with it, or work for it, But some people think that when a relationship fails, they blame themselves. And I want you to know it's not necessarily your fault. Sometimes your best is not good enough for that person, and that's okay. Their best may not be good enough for you, and that's okay, but you're good enough for somebody. You could always, somebody is always going to be out there that's right for you, that's going to accept your faults. They're going to accept you for who you are. You don't have to change to be with somebody. You don't have to change you to be with somebody, because the right person is going to be there for you. So you're always going to be good enough for the right person. You always are. And you have to believe that. You have to believe that there's somebody out there for you. And don't change you, because when you change to be somebody that you're not being an authentic person. You're being something that's not you. And, I'd rather get the real. I don't want you to change to please me. I want you to be you. We could always work because, relationships take work, but when you think about it like that, that some people, they're never going to accept you. You're never going to be good enough for them. But shit, you ain't good enough for me. That's the way I see it. Some people will find fault in everything that you do, no matter how good it is. You could be the one that bring home the bacon. You could be the one that cook, do whatever on demand, but for some reason, there's always going to be that thing that they're going to find fault with, because that just shows the kind of person that they are. Maybe they need to grow. Maybe they need to look deep within themselves. But if you think that you could change someone, you can't, not unless that person want to change. Some people will change for that right person, but some people won't change at all because they don't think it's anything wrong with them. Think about it. If they don't think it's anything wrong with them, no matter what you say, they're not going to change, because they're always going to find fault with you. They're always going to find fault with you. So no matter what you do, they're always going to find that one thing that may get on their nerves, but they don't realize that it may be 5 things about them that get on yours. You know, don't ever, ever settle, because you don't have to. You know, my daughter used to always tell me I set my standards so high when it comes to men. And so I started to change. I started to, maybe I do have too many rules. Or maybe I do expect a little bit too much. So when I started setting the standards lower, then guys just thought they could run all over me, you know. And I'm not going to say that's true for all men, because all men aren't alike. But when it seemed like when I was the nice little, you know, it's like, okay. But when I was the different kind of person, they respected it more. So my way of thinking is, if I go revert back to being the person that I was, are you going to respect me? You know, I know, like with anything, I've never dated a guy who didn't want to come back and be in my space. Hasn't happened. Never has happened. Not saying it can't happen and it's not possible, but you know what you have when you have me, because I'm authentic. I'm real. I'm going to keep it real with you, you know. So the fakeness or whatever, it's all about, you know, what are you looking for out there? And like I tell anybody, you can't please everybody. Everybody is not going to love you. No matter what you do, you could do everything for somebody and they'll never appreciate all the things that you do, because they'll find that one fault that you may not have done or whatever. So I just want you to know that you are good enough. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not. You are worthy. You are great. And you're worthy of something so much more. You know, sometimes we get back and we sit back and we reflect on our lives. We think about the people that we have in them. And I know that I put people in my life, and because of my loyalty, or because of the way that I feel, or the way people view them, or the way I view them, when I bring you close to me, that means that you're my friend. And I don't have a lot of people that I bring that close to me. So when you get that close, you know, I'm willing to do so much, you know. But I realize that everybody's not going to treat you the same way that you would treat them. Their interpretation of loyalty is different than yours. Their interpretation of ride and die is different than yours. That interpretation of, I don't know, that I've always been raised that if you got, like me, I'm the type of person, if I got $5 and you need 5, hey, you got it, because evidently I don't need it. You know, and it's not even about money. It's so much more that goes along with that, you know. And when people put themselves on a pedestal and think that they're better than somebody, then you need to really take a look at who you're hanging around or who you got in your space, because everybody that's around you don't need to be around you. You know, I like to be around people that's going to elevate me to a higher level. I like people who know my worth and know my value. It is what it is, because guess what? I'm going to compliment you. What you bring to the table, I'm going to let you know, hey, I really appreciate this. I really appreciate that, you know, because I don't want anybody to think that I'm taking their kindness for weakness. Never that, you know. But some people don't realize the value that you bring, and then they'll criticize you. And then they'll talk about you, you know, and then they'll go to the next person and talk about you to that person. And then they'll talk about you. And then you're like, okay, well, why do this person think that about me? And that's because you don't stick up for yourself, or they may think that you're a pushover, you know. And I think the older that I've got, I just realize the things that don't make much difference to me anymore, you know. I think with age come wisdom. I think a lot of things that I used to be reactionary about, I think about now. Because I used to, you know, I was voted the meanest in my class because I didn't deal with BS. I didn't deal with BS. When I was in the Marine Corps, I didn't deal with BS. You know, and people used to always tell me, well, Mary, you need to use some tact. You need to learn how to talk to people. You need to learn how to do this. But I feel like when I was that person, I got more respect. And that's kind of crazy, right? Because when you think about it, you like, people like to be dogged out. People like you to be in their face. But the thing is, when you real with it and you coming at them in a certain way, then they're going to respect the fact that you're coming at them in that way. When you nice about it, they're going to always think that you're that nice person, and they don't respect you. And I firmly believe that. My mother always have told me, you teach people how to treat you. And I used to reflect on that, like, huh? You teach people how to treat you. If you deal with certain things and they know that you're going to accept it, they're going to keep on doing it because they know you're going to accept it. So if you're teaching people how to treat you, but if you let them know I've ripped, you're not like that person, you're not going to deal with it, then they're going to respect that as well. It's up to them whether or not they choose to stay in that situation. You know, and I look at it and I realize how wise my mom was in a lot of areas. And as I get older, I'm starting to see how it manifests itself in my life. And I'm using that as a tool. And I think that some of us, because we are nice and because we are kind, and then we'll wait until that one thing happen that'll push us to our breaking point and then snap, you know. But if you practice that in your everyday life of just living your life, just being forward, you know, being straight, being honest, you know, to me, honesty is always the best policy. Don't play me like I'm nothing. You know, don't sit there and use me as because you need me for that moment in time. You know, if you real with me, I'm going to be real with you. If I'm your friend, I'm going to be down for you. You know, I don't want people to ever think that I'm crazy or I'm stupid. You know, I want people to know that if you keep it real, people are going to respect the fact that you keep it real. You know, if you are honest with yourself, then people are going to respect that honesty. If you think you're not good enough, people are going to know that you probably suffer from low self-esteem. So they're going to be like, I could walk all over her, you know, and then they'll treat you like you've done something wrong to them. You know, like you really did something wrong to them. If you look deep within yourself, you'll know that you're good enough for the right person, that you're good enough for the people that you bring around you. And if they don't appreciate what you bring to the table, you can always walk away. That's the real deal. If they don't appreciate what you bring, then you can always walk away. That's your option. But if you let them treat you like you're not good enough, guess what? You're not. Bottom line, you're not. You're not good enough to them. You're not good enough to them, whoever it may be. So I just want you to know that if you carry yourself like you're great, you are. If you carry yourself like you're not going to tolerate, then don't. You know, because at the end of the day, people going to do them. People going to bring people close to them that they want to have in their space. People going to treat people the way that they want to treat people. You know, and you're going to sit there and you're going to, sometimes I used to wonder, well, dang, this person don't have what I have. This person is not doing, it used to bother me. Then I thought about it. Hey, why let it bother you? Because to the right person, you always going to be great. You always going to be that person. No matter how you feel at anything, they're going to pick you up. They're going to uplift you and say, hey, you know, keep them moving forward, you know, and to the wrong person, they're going to find everything wrong with you. Bottom line, they're going to be critical of you. No matter what you do, they're always going to find something to criticize. To the wrong person. So why change you trying to be something that you're not? You're not being authentic. You're not being real. That's being fake. That's putting on a facade. That's trying to fit in where you don't belong with somebody you don't belong with. And we all are looking for that person. And I know some people, you know, married couples, like I told them, I can't give you advice on your marriage because I'm not married. You know, I can't tell you what you should be doing or what you're lacking in, or, you know, because at the end of the day, people gonna, like I said, if they're gonna cheat or do whatever, they're gonna find that fault anyway. They're gonna do what they want to do and then blame you because they did what they did. Ain't that a mess? You could be doing everything right, but they still go find something to blame you for. Because guess what? They can't blame themselves for the wrong that they may have done. Like somebody asked me, why do people cheat? Why do women or men mess around with somebody they know is either in a relationship or married? You know? And I'm like, how you going to ask me? I can't answer that. I've done some things in my life that I shouldn't have done. You know, you're probably asking the wrong person that question. But when I reflect on it, I'm thinking, I did it because I could. I did it because I could. You allowed me to, so I did it. Did that woman do something wrong? Probably not. But I did. And, you know, we always have that excuse. Well, she let her, if she was doing everything she was supposed to do at home, then he wouldn't be coming to me. Really? Definitely, as you get older, you think about it. Definitely, as you get older, you think about it. Really? Really? He wouldn't be coming to me if she was taking care of home. That's our excuse. That's people's excuse. If he was taking, you could be doing everything right. If he gonna creep, he gonna creep no matter what. You can't stop somebody from doing what they want to do. And guess what? They probably blame you because they did what they did. So I'm saying that to say, I look back at my past and I know sometimes karma come back and bite me. But I know for the right person, I am good enough. I don't have to sit there and act like I'm something that I'm not. You know, I don't have to pretend to be something that I'm not. I could be me all day, every day, and it's all good with whoever that's in my space. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to choose me this day, all day, every day. All day, every day. I'm going to come first. You know, so with that being said, for those who don't think that they're good enough, you don't have to look at you do look at yourself and say, why do I tolerate this? Why am I dealing with this? You do have to look at yourself and say, why do I think I'm not good enough? Why do I think I'm not good enough? Because you are. Do you know that you're good enough? Have you looked deep within yourself and realized that you are great? Do you know that for the right person, you always, no matter what it is that you do, they're going to help uplift you. They're going to help motivate you. They're going to be there for you. They're going to be there to pick you up when you fall. They're going to be there to encourage you. They're going to be there to wipe your tears. They're going to be there to support you for the right person. But for the wrong person, no matter what you do, it's never going to be good enough. So you have to find somebody who knows that you are good enough. You do. Because you don't need to deal with somebody that always make excuses, that always thinks there's something wrong with you and can't see anything wrong with them. You have to know that for whoever you're dealing with, you are good enough. And that's not just in relationships. That's in every aspect of your life. That's at work. That's with your friendships. That's with your family. That's with anything. You have to understand that you are good enough. Don't never, ever let anybody tell you that you're not. You are worthy. You know, hey, kings and queens, put your crown on because you know you wear it proud. You know, I look at people who think that they're above people, who think that they're better than people, and it makes me laugh because at the end of the day, we're all the same. You know, no matter what your background is, we all the same. We believe the same way. So there's nobody out there better than me. There is nobody. And I tell anybody, you're not better than me. I don't care who you are. You're not. You know, so, and I'm not better than you. I'm not. I don't think that I'm better than anybody out here. You know, so when people think that they're above people, that the things don't apply to them, that they're not governed by the same rules that such as the universe, hey, karma is that it comes back on everybody. It's not just specific people. It is what it is. If you believe in the universal laws, you already know that what goes around comes around, and when you think that, that, it's amazing. Like I said, it's just been going on in my mind. And when I went to go see my dad, it's just something that hit me like, this man, my father, older man, but I know that when I go see him, he's very uplifting to me. At age of almost 50, it's bad to be a daddy. I don't know if it's bad to be a daddy girl, but he adores me. He adores me. And so I remember when I was, dating or I used to compare people to my dad, because my dad is that dude. My dad, he always believed in taking care of home. And not only that, if he was with a woman, he always believed in taking care of her. And I'm not talking about just financially. I'm talking about in every aspect. And so my dad, I always told people, like when I was dating, you can't meet my dad unless we're about to get married. Because my dad, he wouldn't go for it, So, so when I look at him and I look at the type of man that he is, and then I look at the kind of men that's out here today, that not all men, and I don't want to sit there and say all men are the same, but some men, it was a post out there the other day, like, why do women think men should chase them? Why do women think men should chase them? And it's not even about chasing a woman today. It's about showing a woman that you're interested. Is it about chasing because you're interested and you letting her know that you're interested? It's about that mutual respect and common courtesy. Text me, call me, and I don't like texts, but call me. Hey, let's go to dinner, but a lot of times now they think that they take you to dinner and they got an open invitation to come into bed with you. I mean, to me, that's amazing. They spend $5 and think that they did something. I'm the type of person that you don't have to spend money on me to impress me. I've been around guys. I used to date an African prince. Come on now. So he had money. We riding around in limos and every car in a car or whatever. So I used to do that. Money has never been impressive to me. I'm the type that if I go out with you, if you treat one day, I might treat you the next, if I'm inviting you out. So it's never been a money thing. It's about being courteous, being a gentleman, being that dude that you just that's happy to have me in their space and me being in their space. And when you find that, it's kind of hard to find that these days, because women I don't know what's up with the women today. I guess I'm coming from a different era. So guys don't feel like they have to work anymore for a relationship. They don't. They just feel like, hey, it came easy there, so I'm sure it's going to come easy this way as well. And that's not fair. I mean, but we taught them how to treat us. We taught them that it was okay. You give us a dinner and a movie and we good. That's all it takes to get to the next step. I'm kind of old school. I like to be wined and dined and treated special or whatever, like I'm worthy. And to the right person, I am going to be worthy. So it's not about all that. So whatever you got in your pocket or whatever you think that money is going to buy, I've had guys do that. Boy, have I had guys do that. Anything I wanted, they gave to me. But to me, that didn't impress me. It's about how you treat me as a person, as a human being. And if you treat me like crap, then hey, I don't need to be in your space. That's not what space I'm coming from, because I know I'm good enough. I know I'm good enough. There's no doubt in my mind, so I just wanted to reach out, for those people who think that they're not good enough, or for those guys or women who made them feel like they're not good enough. You are good enough for the right person. You are great. You are special, you are wonderful, and you are uniquely you. You are uniquely you. Don't try to change to be something that you're not, because at the end of the day, they probably won't even appreciate it anyway. you know, and I don't know. I tend to get a lot of people calling me about relationship questions. I'm not in a marriage. I tell people I don't talk about people that's married because I'm not married. You know, she has a husband, he has a wife. You know, but at the end of the day, maybe I am a little bit selective, but for the right person, I'm always gonna be good enough, and for that person that come in my life, he's always gonna be good enough. You know, I don't have to be something that I'm not. I don't have to impress the masses. You know, I could be me, and that person gonna deal with the fact that I am good enough. So, like, I just wanted to reach out. I just felt like, I don't know why I had to do a video. Like I said, I hadn't done a live in a minute. I, got a little cough going on, trying to shake it. But I just wanted to leave that message out there. Just know that you are great, you are worthy, and you are good enough. All right, y'all have a great evening. Today is a new day. Actually, tomorrow is going to be a day. I don't know if you all been following that, but real estate, doing tax deeds, and tomorrow I'm not going to go in. I got things to do, so it's a journey in my new venture, and I'm really, really excited. So I just wanted to touch on that. But anyway, people that's following, I just want you all to know that I do these lives probably for me, to help, and I hope they uplift you, but at the end of the day, we all are the same. Anyway, y'all have a great evening. All right, bye. Have a good one.